Welcome to the Silent Sports Gaming channel. Troy West is here. Live Call of Duty Season 4. Multiplayer, you see the title. There'll be the games I'll be rotating and playing. Just trying to see how my broadcast is going. Okay, I think we're good. So I'm gonna check the sound real quick, then we'll get started. Okay, I think we're good. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. Sort of last minute. I didn't think I was gonna go live today, but I can't do none of my blogs this week. Got a busy work week, so say I get on here. I've been really enjoying Call of Duty, the new season, and multiplayer. So thank you guys for being here. So like I said, that's my rotation. That's the games I'll be playing. So, first let me change up my operators and check about weapons and stuff. And that's not a misprint. I'll also be just talking sports throughout the broadcast as well. Of course, we got the NBA Finals this week. MLB baseball still going on. WNBA, all types of sport division. Even though the summer's usually a slow season for sports, but let's see who I want to be today. Yeah, let's be Marshall, even though he got my name. So let's be him today. On this side, and then on this side, let's see. Let's go ahead and be Nacho Chain, I can't pronounce it, but let's be him on this side today. Alright, so we got that taken care of. Let's look at weapons. I think I just changed one. I just changed this one out. I got a weird thing where I like to rotate my weapons to just keep me interested in the game. So with the assault rifles, I just switch them up every 500 kills. So all these at 2,000. So the 1,500 ones I would be rotating to. I do the same with the light machine guns. This one about to be changed out at the one match. And this is a new submachine gun I'm using, but I usually rotate those as well. So let's see where I'm at with the battle pass. I got the standard battle pass. I'll probably get the black cells later this week. So I'm about to get, so I still got a little ways to go to get the new assault rifle here. My brother Fat Man, y'all know him if y'all been with me for all these years. I think Friday I'm gonna do another live, probably in the evening, and hopefully get him to stay on, and we chop it up like we used to. Alright, so we can start looking for a match now. Plus I wanted to show the new maps also. That's through this season. Got a lot of season 3 videos. You can go check them out right now. Try to stay over here about 2 hours. I've been playing in a lot the last couple of days since the new season started. But yeah, also like I said, I'm gonna randomly just talk about some sports stuff. So of course, Silent Sports Gaming, I try to combine my two loves, sports and video games. So my blog, I usually do either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I usually do one a week, but I gotta work all 3 days this week, so I'm not doing one this week. I started the NFL Roundabout Series when we look around at every division in the NFL. So this is our second division, the AFC North, which is a division near to my heart because I'm a Ravens fan, and the Ravens will be talked about. I'm gonna do a short on the Ravens. Check out my other channel, Silence Sports the Game in Shorts, a 3-minute short video on what I think the Ravens should expect this season. I'm gonna do an NBA Finals one as well. Probably wait till about Wednesday or Thursday to do that short. And got the Browns in this division. You know what's going on with the Browns. Shador Sanders being drafted there in the very, very heavy quarterback room that they have. So they're an interesting team this year. Cincinnati Bengals. Of course, Joe Burrow had a monster year last year. The defense didn't hold up. So, and then the Pittsburgh Steelers, of course, they questions at quarterback. Oh, let me turn down my mic a little bit. Oh wait, turn it down just a little bit. Gunfire a little bit too loud in my ear. All right, this is good. Of course, on y'all end, y'all should be able to hear it, hopefully, pretty decently. Nuketown, this map is always nuts. That's why I like to play this one on free-for-all for sure. But this is kill confirmed first. But these are the only 3 games I usually play. I like Hardpoint as well. I haven't played it, but I might start adding that in my rotation as well. But I'm a running gunning type. I don't camp, as they say. I can't sit in one space. Now on certain maps I'll snipe, but for the most part I run a gun. MLB, that Yankees Dodgers series was interesting, even though the Dodgers pretty much dominated except for the last game yesterday. Yankees won, but I'm starting to think it's going to be those two again in the World Series, a rematch. Oh, he got me. Alright. The finals, the NBA finals. Oklahoma City Thunder, Indiana Pacers. Of course, the NBA probably doesn't like that matchup. I don't think they mind the Thunder per se, but the Pacers on the other side, if it was the Knicks or maybe Boston making it, I think it would have been better for the NBA overall. But I think this is good for the NBA also. At least for now, it's a lot of parity in the NBA. Again, we won't have a back-to-back champion, so with Boston losing early. Like I said, I was wrong about the Pacers for this series, for the Knicks series. I thought the Knicks would adjust enough to, which they did. I think they started too late. But the Pacers is just a good, overall, just a good basketball team. Play with a lot of pace. And they just ran the Knicks down to the ground. I just think they wore the Knicks out. And won the series. We're not starting off good, though, in this game. Of course, kill confirmed. You gotta pick up these tags, or basically the kill don't count. That was a good run right there. Oh, wow. But just, you know, I'm going to go deeper into detail about this series. Pacers and Thunder, but I really think the Thunder just it's going to be too much for Indiana. I say 6 games, but I can see this being 5, or I wouldn't be shocked if the Thunder swept the Pacers. I just think that's how far apart these two teams is to me. But the Pacers has proven, you know, but Milwaukee, like I said, I didn't in the first round. I thought they would beat Milwaukee. I just think the Bucks, even if Dame would have been healthy, the Bucks just got some type of cloud on their head. We'll see. Giannis said he's open to being moved, so we'll see how that develops. Draft is now, what, 3 weeks away, 4 weeks into this month, so we'll see if something happens between now and then. But I wasn't surprised that they beat the Bucks, even though I picked the Bucks because I was like, well, just believe in Giannis. I just thought they ain't gonna go out first round again. But I was wrong about that. So I picked against the Pacers most of this playoffs. Then against Cleveland, I probably picked against them against Cleveland as well. But you know, Cleveland had injuries, so the Pacers they either win that series, and then in the Eastern Finals, I knew it would be a long series, but I just thought the Knicks would adjust in time, but they didn't. Tyrese Halliburton has been unbelievable in the playoffs. So is P.L. Siakam. He won the Eastern Conference MVP of the conference of the finals, Eastern Finals. So could have gave it to either one of those guys. But you know, the Pacers have been here before. They've been the underdogs. I think they probably huge underdogs in this series. You know, they come. You know, at the same time, I'd be surprised they prove me wrong. But I just think the Thunder defensively, they ain't seen nothing like this on the defensive end. I think the Thunder is young also, so if they Pacers try to run up and down the court, the Thunder probably can do that as well. So I just don't think they have too many advantages in this series. Thunder's, of course, path. They swept the Memphis Grizzlies in the first round. Then the second round they beat. Let me play the second round. The Denver Nuggets took them to 7 games. That's what I started having my little doubt about the Thunder. Like, all right, is they really for real? I give Denver credit. You know, they got, you know, despite, you know, losing their coach, they fought hard in the playoffs. They did just roll over and go home once the playoffs started. They really fought. Could have won that game. Well, they won that series. Well, that game was a blowout, but to take a series 7 games, it could have went either way. But then they dominated the Minnesota Timberwolves pretty much. Could have swept them, but the game that they lost was a big loss. I just think they got complacent, I guess. And the Thunder sometimes they disappear offensively for stretches. So if Indiana can take advantage of that, maybe we'll see a more competitive series. Like I said, I really can see the Thunder dominating this series as well. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll get more detail about that series. I'll probably do it. Might just do it Thursday afternoon, do it short. So, like I said, go over to my other channel for deeper analysis of that. Because, like I said, I'm not doing my blog this week. So, okay, so this is a team deathmatch game coming up. Yeah, but the NBA season has been, you know, interesting. I guess I'm going to touch on, speaking of the NBA, I'm going to just touch on the Zion Williamson situation real quick. Unfortunate, obviously, that he's in this trouble. I did mention I wonder who's the victim is. I mean, I know when it comes to courts, if she want to be anonymous, she's anonymous. And this is still on Zion, but he was dating Instagram models and former porn stars, and there was one in particular he was dating that was saying a lot of crazy stuff about him. So if it's the same, if that's who the woman is, then I'd probably raise my eyebrows saying, well, maybe this is just overblown. Zion's lawyers just came and pretty much denied every category, denied everything. So I just feel sorry for, like I said, I always I try to look at both sides of it. You know, if he did it, of course he deserves whatever he gets. I'm gonna say, I ain't gonna say I feel sorry for him. I'm gonna say it's just sad. It's a young man, he had a lot of potential. NBA career, not off to the best start. Can't stay in shape. But you see what he could do when he get healthy. You know, a lot of people say because he's in New Orleans. I mean, I guess it's harder to not eat because New Orleans is known for great food. But you could get great food anywhere nowadays. You can order it. You can. So I don't want to put everything because he's in New Orleans. I think if he was anywhere, this still might be going on. I mean, it might be harder in New Orleans, but I'm not gonna put the whole reason why he can't stay in shape just because he lives in New Orleans. So, but you know, just like any other situation, just need to see more information. But yeah, if it was one of those models he was dealing with, and then, but my thing is, like I said, this is always insensitive, probably to say, and it don't make him right, especially if it's true. But it said it happened twice, the R-word situation, right? Why did you go back the second time? Like, once he did the first time and you got away, I mean, I know I know he's out traveling with the team and stuff like that, so it's not like you, unless you were traveling with him, I don't know, but why would you go see him a second time? That's always my question with these situations. If he did it the first time, why would you go back the second time? You know what I mean? So that's where my eyebrows also raises. And then again, this is a civil case. I also don't understand that if that happened to you. I would want you, I mean, if you could get compensation, I understand, get it, I guess. You know, but my main focus would be jail first and then money, you know. But the way the world is now, I guess, you know, some people call you stupid if you didn't try to get the money out of them. So, but it just depends on how you feel about the situation. But I need to see more before I really give a thought. I hope he didn't, you know, for his sake, but just never know these days. Yeah. I'm not playing that well. It's the second game, I kind of struggled a little bit. I started off good. I'm gonna change this gun also. I couldn't even see who that was. Oh. Oh, that was a teammate, sorry. Oh, come on, man. Is he still in the... No, I think they got him. Yeah. But yeah, that's a situation, you know.
Get a care package on my location.
More information come out, I comment more, but that's all I pretty much gotta say about it. I just another sad story of an athlete. So. Oh boy.
Hostile UAV established overhead.
Okay, 11-24. That's not good. Oh, come on. Okay, got him sneaking around. Ah, oh, shoot. Shot a teammate. Gonna be pissed.
You're supposed to be the CIA.
Okay, I ain't found nobody in the round. What's going on? Game almost over though. Okay, got somebody with the trap. Oh, come on. That should have been mine. Let's shoot that.
Underwhelming effort.
Yeah, first two games, not so well. Oh, well, at least I got best play. This was in the beginning. Hopefully they throw a free-for-all game in here. Oh, matter of fact, you know, I'm about to use some of my tokens. So I know I'm going to be on here at least for another hour and a half. Use my XP tokens. First, let me change this weapon. Still going to be the same weapon, I just want to change the variant of it. Yeah, we use this one today. And like I said, we ain't used this yet, but we're going to switch this out also. I like to use certain weapons or certain maps. So, there's another team deathmatch match. I rarely ever vote for the map. I just let it be whatever it's going to be. Okay, grind. So that's an assault rifle level. So Um, yeah, like I said, y'all check me out during the week on my Silent Sports Video blog, the Silent Sports Video blog. We are episode 294 will be the next one. Maybe it'll be next week. But like I said, I started my NFL Roundabout Series. This is the year 3 of it. Third year we have done this. It's been relatively successful. NFL fans. All 8 divisions, all 32 teams is covered. Like I said, this week is the AFC North. So, and I usually do alphabetical order. I remember when I did the first year, I was staying in New Jersey. And, you know, I did my blogs on Saturday mornings. And maybe think about my buddy James, I do from New Jersey. He's a Steelers fan, so he came on the show. He's been my only guest I've had in all these episodes. So, but it was a good conversation to let him talk about his Steelers. We on that division today. Of course, me being a Ravens fan. Then you got the Bengals and the Browns as well. Alright, let me focus a little bit, then I get into that. Oh, damn, if that trap wasn't there, could have got both of them.
Enemy UAV inbound.
Yeah, he should have went down though. Oh, come on. Alright, they coming. I'm gonna go and try this way. Oh, that he still was up. Oh. Okay. Alright, that's the same turret. Okay, I knew somebody was shooting at me. I don't know if he was dancing. Oh well. Gotta take the kills where you can. Okay, that was a nice run that time. Come on, man. Sometimes this be glitched. There you go.
Hostile UAV established overhead. Enemy RCXD detected.
Yeah, that guy got a small clip. We're starting to roll a little bit. So the next match I'll start talking about the AFC North teams. We're going to do the Ravens first, alphabetical order. Then we got the Cleveland Browns, and then the Cincinnati Bengals, and then Pittsburgh Steelers. Our last team we'll cover.
I'm not sure that has anything to do with us, and I'm just surprised to hear it. That's cool. Right. It's great.
Oh, I forgot to use my tokens, didn't I? Yep. That's fine. Probably use an hour each. Much better game this game. Oh.
Standing by.
I had no idea. I didn't What's going on? You good?
I was about to shoot my teammate. Oh. Oh.
They're walking all over you. Have some goddamn pride.
Ah. Maybe I shouldn't have reloaded at that time. Dad, they beating us though. Having a good game, but losing. That's the day. Every time I have a good game on a team, once we lose. Oh, sorry. Even though they can't hear me, but
That won't happen again.
honestly, I don't care what I lose in the team games. Now, I play free-for-all, yeah, of course, but as long as I have a good game, I don't feel that bad about losing. So I'm gonna go ahead and load up my tokens this time. Yeah, the live holding up pretty smoothly, so that's good. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and load our tokens up there. We got 1 hour. Here. I know what I could do. I do 45 minutes. I do half hour. We'll use the half hour here. Add the 15, add the 15, add the 15. That'd be good enough. What's they want? 3 enemies. Fast bang. Call in 3 store streets in a single match. Alright, so if they possible, I might get all 3 of these. Hey, they ain't trying to give me no free-for-all games. I had a bunch of them yesterday. So, like I said, the NFL Roundabout Series. This week's division is the AFC North. AFC North Division is going to be interesting and competitive. Of course, we're going to talk about the Ravens now, and I think they got to be the favorites going in. They got the most steadiest team. I think Cincinnati got a lot of questions on defense, and Browns and Steelers have quarterback questions. So Ravens don't really have any questions. I mean, it's really about, can they finally break through in the playoffs? That's probably the biggest question going into the season for them. Lamar Jackson continues to get even better, which is scary. Some felt he should have won MVP again last year. I have a problem with Josh Allen winning. It's just that, which a lot of people said it, sports experts, like, because Lamar was the #1 QB All-Pro. He was the first QB. He was on the first team. Allen was the second team. So, and I'm saying people voted for MVP. So to some people that don't make sense. But it depends on how you define MVP. You know, like I said, only why I didn't mind Josh winning, because, you know, basically it was the expectations, probably why, because Buffalo was going to take a step back. Losing Stephon Diggs, and he's in some trouble right now. Hot water, I wouldn't even say trouble. Losing all the skill players that he lost, and still put together a year that he put together. Still got the Bills to the division win. I mean, winning the AFC East. Getting them to the AFC Championship, even though that's, you know, they vote before the playoffs. At least they say they do. So, I did, you know, I thought it was between him and Lamar for sure. But they gave it to him. So, but it's a blessing and a curse, because now people are going to expect him to do what he did again, or do it all the time now. So we'll see if he's able to do it. But not to get off the topic, Ravens, you know, they made some off-season moves. They re-signed Derrick Henry to an extension. Of course, the cutting of Justin Tucker, which is probably the biggest off-the-field story for the Ravens. Of course, he's in. Of course, the issues he has with the lawsuits with the massage therapists and stuff. Ravens decided to let him go. I didn't like how at first they tried to say it was a football move. Yeah, he had up and down year. You know, he hasn't really, the last 2 seasons, he hasn't been like Justin Tucker. You know, he's missed some, especially for 50 yards out, even though that's, you know, that's what made him so good, because he would hit those on a regular basis. He started missing those, and then so every once in a while he'd miss an easy one. But you know, they finally just came out and said, you know, well, John Harbaugh came out and said basically, yeah, thought that was the best to let him go. But first they tried to say it was all about football, I mean, which everybody know that's not the case. So, unfortunately, he's no longer a Raven. So,
Enemy UAV inbound.
but we'll see. They got some kickers there. They drafted one. So we'll see how that goes. So, like I said, I think that's going to be something that's brought up throughout the season. Fans definitely is upset about it. Me personally, I am too. You know, I didn't want to say. I just thought maybe they should just suspend him. You know,
Enemy sentry turret detected.
I don't think they should have released him personally until, even though it doesn't look good for him either. It's a lot of evidence, but they wouldn't let him go. So As far as the team, the rest of the team, you know, I think we got one of the deepest rosters in the league. That's why it's so disappointing when, you know, we don't break through, at least get to the Super Bowl. But just like I said the year before, you know, we lost to Kansas City in the AFC Championship game. I thought that was our best shot at the time because the AFC just, you know, keep getting stronger. And I think the Chiefs, I think their division though was much stronger than it was in the past. I think the Chargers, even though it seemed like they still buck their heads, but the Chargers are a lot better. The Broncos, you see what they did with Bo Nix last year. And Vegas, even though Geno is Geno, but they're a lot stable at that position. So I don't think the Chiefs score just cakewalk through the AFC West like they've been doing. But they got just as good a shot as they always had. They just gotta go out there and get it done. I think this year, hopefully, you know, they get the 1 seed again, like they did the year before. If they could do that, that would help as well. I think Lamar might be motivated by not winning his third MVP. So I think he will have another monster year. Our receiving core is probably as good as it ever been. So offensively, I really have a lot of worries. Defensively, not really either. It's just the secondary as always. Can the secondary stay healthy? I want to see if Kyle Hamilton take another step forward as well. I think if all those things happen, I think we definitely, clearly is the favorite to win this division. It go a free-for-all game. So let's see how I do with this. Yeah, I got high expectations for them. I think they'll be at least a top 2-3 seed in the AFC. I went into the North again. Like I said, I'll go more into detail when we have our preview show in August, sometime in August, so, or early September. And that's how I feel about them this year. I mean, you know, some people worried about Henry, is he gonna break down? You know, I think he might be exactly 30. Usually that's when running backs start breaking down, but I think he's just a little different, the way his body is. Even though, you know, he's a running back, he takes punishment, but he gives out more punishment than he takes. So I'm not as worried. If it was a smaller back, you know, then I'd be more worried about him declining, but I don't see it, at least not this year, so offensively we should be fine. It's just defense got off to a slow start last year, but I think they gotta be sharp from beginning to end. But I think we got a chance to get the 1 seed again also in the AFC. So but our division not easy either, because even though the Browns have their issues, they still got a solid team. And we lost to them last year with Jameis Winston at quarterback, even though Jameis can throw the ball, but he turns the ball over a lot. Of course, we know that. But he beat us last year with that Cleveland team, and Flacco is familiar with us. So if he's the quarterback, we play them. They're not going to be easy to beat. Cincinnati, we know what they bring to the table with Burrow and their offense. Pittsburgh, like I said, we're going to talk about the rest of the teams, but Pittsburgh, like I said, I really think I'd be surprised if Aaron Rodgers is not the quarterback. Just think everything lines up that he is going to be. Now I'm starting to see some Kirk Cousins rumors. But Mason Rudolph, no, I mean, he's solid. He knows the organization. He's been there for years. You know, he left and came back. So I think the familiarity, he's okay, but he's not going to get you nowhere. So, but like I said, I'd save it. That comments for when I get to the Steelers. But you know, as a Ravens fan, I'm excited again for this season. I think should be another great season. I just hope, of course, you know, Buffalo and Kansas City, they're going to be the two teams to really look out for. And then, you know, it's always a surprise team from nowhere, or a team that overachieves. Of course, we're not talking about the AFC South today, but they've had this out. That's next week. But the Houston Texans, we'll see what they bring to the table. C.J. Stroud with that young team. So, but really, it's Kansas City, Buffalo, and the Ravens. I think they're the top three teams in the AFC, without question. And then it's a second tier after that. You can throw a lot of teams in that second tier, but they're the three top teams clearly in the AFC. And depending on who you ask, you know, you can put any of those teams at number one. So. Come here, you're running from me. I ran out of bullets. Yeah, I'm gonna promote this video though on my social media, so you guys can come hear my thoughts. But like I said, I'm gonna do shorts on all these teams, 3-minute shorts. So.
Enemy UAV inbound.
One of your sling mines has been destroyed. Enemies have disarmed your sling mine.
Oh, come on. Alright, I'm in third. Still got a chance to win. Okay, I wasn't sure if he still was up or not. Oh, can't go this way. And I'm curious about you guys' thoughts, you know, like, you know, you can speak for your team or
Hostile RCXD in your AO.
somebody was shooting at me. Still need to push a little bit.
You gonna let a bunch of company assholes beat you? Fight back, damn it! Enemy RCXD detected.
Got him. No, it's gonna be hard. Oh, come on, man. Couldn't see it. Not a bad game, but could have did better. But in free for all, if you're in the top 3, you technically get a win. But of course, you want to win outright at first place. But take it. Yeah. So like I said, I got a backup channel, secondary channel where I do shorts. So check that out, the Ravens. I will have my Ravens video up sometime today, so check that out. I'm gonna do one team every day this week, so I do Cleveland tomorrow, then Cincinnati on Wednesday, and then Thursday I will do the Pittsburgh Steelers and preview the NBA Finals. So check out my secondary channel. You go right here in my bio and check it out. Solid Sports and Gaming Shorts. Hopefully you search it, it should come right up. But it's a small channel. So alright, so overall I haven't been playing too good. But I did finish 3rd in the free for all, so here's another team deathmatch. So we're still about another hour. I want to see something. Let me see. See if I can pin a link. I have to wait after this match. Yeah. Okay.
Hardcore team deathmatch. Time to get our heads dirty, Black Ops.
Alright, so we ain't been on none of the new maps yet. Okay, so we talked about the Ravens. So let's now get into the Cleveland Browns. Of course, the biggest story is them. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. We got Cincinnati is next. I'm sorry. If we're going by alphabetical order, so the Bengals are next. We're gonna talk about. The Cleveland is after that. Well, of course, you know, the Bengals, of course, they bugaboo for the last couple of years has been getting off to a better start. You know, they start off 0-3, 0-2, 1-4, then they crawl out the hole. But they have proven if they make the playoffs, they just made noise. Of course, made the Super Bowl a few years ago. Lost to the Rams. AFC Championship game another year. So it's just them being able to get in the postseason. You know, they got some questions. For Trey Hickerson. Is due for a contract, but they did lock up Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Everybody thought T. Higgins was going to be gone for sure, but they was able to keep him, so that's good for the offense. Running back still got to find a decent running back. They lost Joe Mixon the year before, so I think that's the only question on offense. Joe Burrow is unbelievable. He's proven himself. Led the league in touchdown passes last year. Could have been an MVP candidate if they would have won more games, you know. So he's probably a high favorite to probably be in that conversation if the Bengals have a good season. But their defense was horrible, probably one of the worst in the NFL, easily. Had to score 30, 40 points a game to just be into games. So that was a lot of pressure on Burrow. And he did in some games, you know. I think they still won 7 games. So can that, you know, if Hickerson doesn't play this year, I think this is last year's contract. He led the league at sacks. He was the only pretty much one of the few bright spots on that defense. But hopefully they're able to lock him up. That will help their defense, you know. I'm imagining in the draft that they drafted some guys, so. But they're a scary team. As a Raiders fan, you know, they're a bugaboo team. They had success against us. Not last year in particular, but, you know, over the years since Burrow been there, he's had big games against the Ravens. So I think it's going to be between these two teams, the Ravens and the Bengals, for that division. But the Bengals defense going to have to definitely show some promise. For them to have a shot. So, they're the question marks for Cincinnati. I looked at part of their schedule. The beginning schedule is not that hard against Cleveland to start the season. I think they got the Jets first 3 weeks. So I think, you know, they're set up for them to have a better start to the season. They'd be favored in most of those first couple games, you imagine. So that's going to be the question for the Bengals. And then, like I said, once they get, you know, at least they prove it, once they get to the postseason, they have had success. So, they lost nobody to get hurt because of the times they have also fell short. Burrow has gotten hurt, so. Alright, that was a nice run. Oh, I should have probably stayed over where I was at. This level still able to max out yet at 45? Goodness. Somebody down there. Oh. I knew it was somebody down there. But I think, like I said, I think Cincinnati will be right there for the. They might challenge the Ravens a little bit for the division, or be a wild card team. So. But yeah, they gotta show up their defense, and they need to get off to a better start during the season.
All mission objectives set. Way to make me proud.
Okay, not a bad game this time.
That's how Black Ops does it.
Okay, I want best play again. See what happens here. Oh yeah, when they was coming out that building there, see the sniper off. I should have stayed there because then they start coming back the other way. Could have got a couple more kills. But I wasn't in the top 3 on my team though. Okay. So on the last page. Hopefully I can get that gun today. Alright, we're about an hour in. Thank you for joining us here. Southwest Gamer Channel Live. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 multiplayer camp, free for all, hardcore free for all, kill confirmed. Team deathmatch. That was just a team deathmatch match. So appreciate y'all being here. Hope y'all watch the replay. Thank you guys. Think of a free for all game. Still no new maps yet. Hopefully we at least play both of them once. Alright, let me look at my battle pass. Okay, so go back to the last page. So we got this blueprint. But I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like these rewards in this season. That's why I might go ahead and get the black cell. Speaking of other games, I've been playing the campaign of this game. So check out that. I put all my stuff in playlists. So Dragon Ball, Sparkle Zero. I finished, like I said, Silent Hill 2 was finished. Spider-Man 2 was finished. Pacific Drive and Fabulous Skies I gotta work on. I think I'm gonna I might do a Pacific Drive video later on, but that'll be recorded. I'm not gonna go live with that. And Fabulous Skies, I went live with that a few times. Oh wow, got popped. Switch to the pistol. Alright, so next team up, as we halfway through, there's the Cleveland Browns. Like I said, the big story for the Browns this year was, will Sador make the team? As the very, very crowded quarterback room. Of course, we know Deshaun Watson is gone for the season. Might be gone, period, but definitely won't be playing this season. So Cleveland needed a quarterback for sure. They drafted Shador, this 4th round? And they got Gabriel from Oregon. He's on the roster. Then you got Joe Flacco, of course, veteran, former Raven. So I know him very, very well. Well, I've seen him play very, very well. I mean, very much. So, and they got Kenny Pickett. In quotation marks, Super Bowl champion. He was a backup to Jalen Hurts in the Eagles last season. After he was moved from Pittsburgh, so he's familiar with the division. So we got all those guys in the room. I think, obviously, I think Joe Flacco will start as the starter unless he get hurt or somehow. I think he would definitely be the favorite to be the starter. He's been in this offense. He had success. Browns made the playoffs the year before last. He came in for Watson. He got hurt that season and just had a great end to the season. Browns made the playoffs. I picked them to beat the upstart Houston Texans. I was wrong. They lost in that wild card round. And Flacco didn't play well. I think he had 2 interceptions in that game, in that playoff game. But he's familiar with this offense, so I think he's the, most likely will get the start to begin the season. Well, with Shador, the crazy thing is, I think despite so many quarterbacks being on the roster, I think he got a real legit shot for starting at least sometime during the season. I think out of all the quarterbacks, he probably got the most rawest talent, which that means he got a high ceiling maybe. But it's gonna be tough. Still, he might need luck. Unfortunately, he might need somebody to get hurt. But I think it's a path where he can start this season. Gabriel, I see him play at Oregon. He's a pretty decent quarterback. Pickett has had his moments as well. So that's one of those guys just light it up, And I looked at the depth chart this morning. Shador's not even on it. So basically he's the fifth quarterback. They still got Watson. If he was healthy, he would be the number one quarterback. Even though I think that would have changed. And like I said, I talked about Deshaun Watson before. I feel sorry for the kid overall. But I think his career might be over. Unfortunately. And they lost Nick Chubb as well. I think that's a huge loss for the Browns. Losing Nick Chubb, letting him go. So offensively, they got a lot of questions. But on the defensive side, they signed Myles Garrett back, which was huge, which was somewhat of, I don't want to say a surprise. But Myles Garrett played the media. He asked for a trade, and then Cleveland went ahead and gave him his money. That got dominated this game. He got finished fourth, but so defensively, they're pretty solid. I think they was number one last year, weirdly, in defense. Despite everything that happened last year with them. So defensively, they right there. Got some talent on offense. With Jerry Jeudy, he came over in a trade. He had a monster at the end of the season. Him and Jameis had a connection. So, Jameis gone now, but Joe Flacco, similar game style to Jameis. Got a strong arm, can get it out of his hands, throw it down the field. So we'll see what Jerry Jeudy does. I like that they went and got him last year. But everywhere else offense, it's a lot of questions. So I think this year they're just going to pretty much, see what the future is going to hold. Like, what is the next move? Because, I doubt if they make the playoffs. But like I said, if let's just say one of the young guys, because Flacco is only going to be there a year or two anyway. He's not the long-term answer. So let's just say, like I said, out of the guys that's left, I think Shador probably will emerge. And if he does, what's the next step after that to build a team suited to him? Dion, hopefully, everybody's saying Dion going to medal. I hope he does it to a step. I mean, of course, take up for your son if you need to, but I think you got to let him, get the experience, because I think the question is not necessarily that he's Deion Sanders' son. Deion has always been his coach his whole life. So, how he's going to respond to other coaches, I think that's the question that some people have as well. So that's going to be interesting. But even though it's just training camp, he had a good OTAs. Had the best stats out of everybody So even though it don't mean much, but it still means something, you know. But yeah, but even if, let's just say he makes the team, he's going to be like a, not to the extent of Tim Tebow, because Tim Tebow is ridiculous, but if he's the backup, whoever the starter is, you have one bad game, the fans gonna be on you, like they gonna be calling for him. So whoever does whoever does win the starting job, there's gonna be a mad pressure on you not to screw things up. You know, especially if he does it, you know, because I doubt if he start week 1, I think it's a path that he can. I think some probably would have to get hurt. I think things would have to fall in line as far as with that, but I think he could definitely start this season. So I think this is just a season to just see what the future going to hold for the Browns. Okay, off to a slow start again. I don't know if they purposely try to put the new maps up. If I see one of the new maps, I'm gonna vote for it. Oh, somebody should have checked that roof. Somebody always on that roof, no matter what type of game I'm playing. Yeah, so off to a slow start. I also think, you know, they one of those teams that they got a solid team. Kind of like how I feel about Pittsburgh. So no matter who the quarterback is, they just got a good team. So they might just win a few games they ain't supposed to win. Especially if the defense be on their A game that day. So that you won't need much for your quarterback. Oh, I heard the footsteps. Too late. Yeah, so it's too close. Couldn't get any one of them. And I ain't gonna blame my bad play that I'm live. Oh no. Yeah. Should've just kept on going. Okay. Somebody on top of this ladder. Try to sneak up here and shoot him with my pistol. Oh, forget it. Nah, I got caught. You know, I hate when people lay down and hide. I think he's right here, right? Right there. Dang it. Somebody else laying down. Somebody got him though. Oh, dang, he dived down.
If you're planning on giving up, do it now. If not, get to work.
Your string mine was disrupted.
I'll take it. I got him. Didn't think that was gonna work, but it worked. Thought I was gonna roll back down. Unless it went all the way over the house.
Available.
Dang it. Ran out of bullets.
Unable to task. Battle space is full.
That was a nice little run though. Came here, got it back a little bit respectable.
Enemy UAV inbound. They must have hacked our comms.
Almost got all the way to third.
Pick you up later.
Actually, I was tied for third, but probably had more kills. I got best play though. Especially during free for all. Once somebody start camping, I just automatically shoot at that spot because most likely they still there. But didn't do too good at this game. It's time to switch that weapon though. So give me your thoughts on the Cleveland Browns, guys. I think they're an interesting team. Gonna get into the Steelers in a minute. Let's see, did my ratio drop? No. Yeah. Still at 0.95. Alright, none of these is, so I'm gonna start picking classified. I do want to try to get one of the new maps on here. Switch this weapon real quick. Alright. Yep, there we go, we got one. Shut down. And then the other one is called Fugitive, which is like you in a prison. Okay, so got a new map. A compound. Alright, let's see what we do here on this map.
Hardcore team deathmatch. Eliminate the enemy. Take them out.
This map, you always try to stay on this side of it. Oh wow.
My name's Matt. No, your name is CEO. Get over here, put your check. I told you that earlier when you were shopping for tampons. You said I'm CEO, right? You're fine. That's my first executive decision.
Okay. Yeah, so this is one of the new maps. That's a teammate, alright. Alright, so let me get my thoughts on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Final team in this division. Was a playoff team last year. Brought in two quarterbacks, Russell Wilson, who didn't start the season because he was injured. Justin Fields, who did start the season 4-2. And then when Wilson was healthy, they put Wilson in. He made a little nice run. But then near the end of the season, they sort of started, you know, pretty much backed into the playoffs. Played the Ravens in the playoffs, lost in that first round wild card game. Wilson didn't return, or Fields. Fields clearly was upset about being benched. Now he's with the Jets for 2 years. Of course, we talked about the Jets for this time too, but it's going to be an interesting season for him there. Wilson wound up going to the Giants. You know, even though they drafted a young guy, so we'll see if he starts for the Giants or not. But the Steelers, you know, so the quarterback room was, you know, everybody anticipating, so am I, that Aaron Rodgers is going to be the quarterback. And I'd be sort of surprised if he isn't. Just how everything is shaped up. Like I said, my clear thing about that is I just think he don't want to do, well, the OTAs is over. But still, training camp, don't want to do too much of that either. So I think that's the only reason why he hasn't signed yet. Now I'm starting to see rumors about Kirk Cousins, like I said. And at this point, they basically the same guy. Actually, I think Kirk Cousins he's more of a risk taker, which you don't probably like, but I mean, he's still capable. Even though he's coming off a lot, but both of these guys covered off Achilles injuries late in their careers. So Honestly, I think Pittsburgh probably should have been the one to draft Shador. I really believe that. Even though, like I said, I'm not a big fan of the Steelers, but I think it would have made more sense for them to draft a young guy and develop him. So we'll see if this wind up biting them in the, and you know what? Okay, bro. But that's what I think it's going to be. I think Rodgers probably most likely would be the guy. But I just think he don't want to come in and do the OTAs and all that stuff. So we'll see how true that is. Also, they got issues with TJ Watt. He wants a new contract. It's rumored that they might just go ahead and trade him. So that's a development issue as well for the Steelers. So Steelers got a lot of issues. Mike Tomlin, there's rumors about him being let go. They thought he was going to be let go in the offseason. Fans calling for him to be out. But the Steelers don't do things like that rationally. They're coaching their whole history. So, they're not going to let him go easily like that. And I don't see it never happening during the middle of a season. So, I think he's definitely the coach for this season. But maybe if this season wind up falling, maybe they might make a change. We'll see. But right now, of course, this is alphabetical order, but some people might think this might be the year the Steelers fall, not be a 500 team and that type of stuff. So, it'll be real interesting to see what the Steelers do. Me personally, I just, I think they got a solid team. Other than that, their defense is solid. Michael Fitzpatrick, one of the leaders on the defensive side. Like I said, we'll see what happens. But I just think more highly than not, this might be a year that, they might take a little bit of a step back. Finally finish for under 500. That's what a lot of people are thinking. But this is still the AFC North. Still a competitive division. Apologize, guys. I had put something on my stomach. Oh, Skyline, okay. And in fact, I'm gonna go ahead and back out this match. Let me grab this real quick. So I won't get kicked out. I get kicked out anyway. Thank you guys for joining me today, though, for this live. Said no, it was last minute. I'm gonna try to stay on until about 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So at least about 3 or 4 more matches for sure. I'm out of hot sauce. That's not good. Alright. Just had to make me something to eat real quick. Hopefully my mic ain't too... I hear it in my ear. There we go. Alright, thank you guys. No, it's already 2:30. Oh, okay. 2 hours went kind of fast. I might stay a little longer than 3. But I gotta get off so I can cook. Okay, that little bit of food hit the spot. Should be good now.
Hardcore team
DeathMatch. Neutralize all threats.
Oh, excuse me.
The leader's on.
Yeah, he just disappeared. Dang, what the? No, y'all saw that. Mm. Weird thing is, somebody named Joe Burrow fan is in here. Just I was saying earlier on the broadcast, I wonder how my buddy James, I'm gonna have to reach out to him just to see how he doing also, but how you feel about the Steelers now that OTAs is going on and after the draft and everything else. But like I said, this division is unpredictable, just like any division in the NFL is. You don't know who's going to get injured this year. Hope it ain't nobody of significance on anybody's team. Which should change the whole landscape, especially if it's a quarterback. Yeah, that's what I was looking for her, but she snuck around and got by me. Okay, this weapon finally maxed out.
Spring mine was disrupted.
Also, the one Bengals fan. Yeah, my homie Tavon I used to work with. He's a Bengals fan. Don't know no Browns fans personally. So, but yeah, definitely those Steelers fans, and for sure. Steelers fans are everywhere. Okay, well, quiet now.
We're winning. Keep it that way.
Standing by.
Oh, wow.
Enemy RCXD detected.
I mean, somebody should be laying down over here. Ah, teammate, come on, man. Ah, had a streak going. Like I said, I don't think it should. If a teammate kill you on hardcore, it shouldn't have to stop your streak. Now I could see maybe make it go down or something. I don't know, but it shouldn't stop your streak completely. But unfortunately, that's what it does. I understand it's hardcore, it's gonna happen, mistakes happen. You got some people that's just a-holes that just go around shooting teammates. Now me, at least that's what I blame it on. When I play free-for-all, I just got that instinct to just, as soon as I see somebody, just shoot them. So I think that I'll never turn that instinct off, so
Enemies have disarmed your spring
I think that's
mine.
why I make mistakes sometimes.
Archangel is on.
Oh, dang. Oh, that's right. He'll scatter. So we winning as a team? Yeah. Yeah, so like I said, we covered the AFC North today. Next week, we stay in the AFC, we go to the AFC South. So,
MTC's nearly dry. Get serious, Crimson.
Jacksonville Jaguars. Of course, they got some excitement. Drafted Travis Hunter. Houston Texans, who's pretty much emerged as the team to be in this division. We'll see if they continue their success throughout this season. Indianapolis Colts, of course, we talked about it, the passing of their owner Jim Irsay, as far as on the field. Anthony Richardson now have a little competition as
targets down.
peace
When
sign.
can I expect a transfer?
I still think Anthony Richardson should win it, the starting job. Daniel Jones, that's what they got. Former Giant quarterback. I still think Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson he just need to get out there and play. I think he just need the experience. He's a little raw. Pause. But you know, you see the talent that he has. So, and who else we got in that division? Well, the Tennessee Titans. Of course, we got that guy Cam Ward from Miami. He probably start day one. The rest of the team is solid, so another issue of the division to cover. And we'll cover it next week. Hopefully, we're able to do a blog next week. Depending on my work schedule. Hopefully, we're able to do a blog instead of doing it this way. But like I said, I'm gonna do shorts this week on the North and all the teams. So it'll be short versions of my comments. So like I said, subscribe to my other channel, Solid Sports Gaming Shorts. So and if it helps, shorts do have an exclamation point.
Hardcore free for all. Neutralize all threats.
Crawling on me. See. Distractions. So can't wait to do that division next week. Another interesting division. Even in that division, I think the Texans gotta be the favorites as well. Will Travis, I never really play both sides of the ball. Oh golly, this is a bad spawn spot. Yeah, I saw him go over there and lay down.
Hostile RCXD in your AO.
Aw, man.
Your Sting 9 was disrupted.
Oh, come on. Golly. Stop laying down. Oh, man.
Backup's not coming. You want to get out of this alive? Better step up.
Somebody up top. So see how players can just lay down. Just boring. Ah, nice. I should have left him alone. Okay. There's somebody behind me.
You fucking me? Activate flashback protocol.
Pull
Get your ass
out. James is dead.
Got me. Let's hope I can make it to that new gun today. So time we got 55. Alright, hopefully we can get that other new map. Alright, so make sure it's classified. Nope, Skyline. Well, I know what I might do. especially when I'm playing randomly. If that map come up, just record it and upload it on here for you guys. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and make this my last game. It'll be over 2 hours by then. Go ahead and do what I gotta do for the rest of the day.
Still confirmed. Remind the fugitives that actions have consequences.
If anybody popped in during the live, I appreciate it.
Hostiles reclaimed the lead.
Secure confirmed match. I saw them. I was just going to focus on the tag. Oh, come on. Another slow start. Oh, it just reminded me I gotta switch out that monster rifle. Yeah. Oh wow. Ran right into it. Ah boy. Nope.
Your spring mine was disrupted.
Oh dang, I ain't see Seth Rogen jumping on the roof. Oh, come on. teammate. A teammate, come on, man.
Your tactics aren't working. Find another way.
Alright, there we go. Yeah. Alright, let's see what this care package is, y'all. Oh, that's right, 75. I was thinking to go to 100.
Underestimated our enemy. That won't happen again.
I guess I'll do one more. See, I keep having bad games, but I keep winning this thing. But this was a good sequence. I don't know why it does that sometimes instead of going to the winner's circle. Alright, so yeah, we'll do one more game. Game ended kind of quickly. Yeah, let me change. Change this. Okay, so yeah, this. That. Hopefully we get the other new map. Played this one already. Alright, so this is our last game for the day. Like I said, I think I'm gonna do this again Friday night. On Friday evening sometime. So I hope I get my bro on here with me.
Work quick and clean. No witnesses.
Okay.
more than what I thought.
Yeah, that's what I was. I didn't think so. I think they almost close to 20. Yeah, that's what I was.
16. I ain't see those guys. I got you. Arizona. There's Chiefs. I don't know how much I had left them. You ain't thought come over?
Nope. Helicopter in the air. Who is it? Shooting at me. Don't know. Oh. A teammate. Splitter. Why this spring thing ain't get her?
Your spring mine was disrupted.
Oh, maybe I'm hearing that one.
Reclaim the advantage. Now hold it.
Code words for I look like crap. What kind of thing is that? Yeah, that might be the case. First of all, you being here is not necessarily the thing that will make you feel better. Not particularly unrelated certain. No, because my day is down. You don't know how to act. Yeah, you don't know how to act. Tell them you're very smart. And thank you. I'm aware that I am. But yeah, I am aggressive.
Oh, I threw it in the water.
I should be mad. You don't have nothing you want to say to me. Nothing? So you want to tell me that you were on a date with Amber?
But I might today do Blackout 6 campaign video. And like I said, either Pacific Drive or Forever Skies or both. Come on. Larry got me.
You spent time with her, and then we had a conversation. We were just confused with the situation. Amber doesn't need this right now.
Okay. So how about we just tell her about the situation so that it doesn't confuse everybody? Because now you're trying to put me into this situation. situation where I'm this bad guy, but really I'm just being real.
Enemies have disarmed your spring mine.
Check me out. Now, if you have a friend, okay, so because it's not like, me and Amber just have a relationship to some degree, and you just ask your friends out for coffee, and I'm just like, nah, coffee ain't no good, I can't do coffee with you, like, that's not being suspicious or anything. Like, what are we talking about right now? This is not being happy.
Okay, you know, you're obviously not going anywhere, so here's what I'm going to ask you. Can you please, I will be cool with you. I won't even get smoke like this. Steer clear of Amber, and I will tell her appropriate time. I just need to find the right time to Amber. Way better than you.
Okay. So, can we tell her together, or when do we tell her?
Just let me think about it. I am aggressive because I need to steer clear of Amber. That's all I'm saying.
You're supposed to be the CIA's best. Act like it.
This is a check for $18,000 for economic.
Oh, I got him. Oh, sorry, teammate. Like I said, made it respectable right there.
That won't happen again.
They win this time.
Governor rule how long you be tied down to the office today. Okay, I just wanted to approximate time. So. Oh, you just got him? Okay, so after 4?
Yeah, after 4.
Okay, that'll work,
Alright, man, I really know.
Slow motion. I got a doctor appointment coming up on Thursday. Follow up with Dr. March to get my surgery.
Alright, so I might get that gun today. I'll play a little bit more later. But I'm definitely about to take a break.
And you know how long it lasts.
Been over here for 2 hours. Well, been playing this game for 2 hours. It's just a drag. Sorry about the background noise. Thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully you guys enjoy my commentary on the AFC North, AFC South next week. Look out for my shorts, and that's it. We out of here. Stay tuned for other projects. Shout out to my that Doom, Dark Ages. Look out for that. That'll be coming soon. And just all the rest of my projects. Like I said, sub up to my other channel for the shorts. I said all the NFL teams for the Roundabout Series will be there. 3-minute videos. So definitely check them out. And I'm going to go ahead and log off. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for watching South Sports Gaming Channel. Peace and love always. I'll see you guys later on. Y'all have a great week. Thanks so much for watching.